been too long since we've done one of these. I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's been way too long.
Well, long for you. Some of us have been mock drafting our way through the off season.
I mean, yes, you did you did an NFL mock draft. Was that 2 weeks ago? But we haven't been live in 2 weeks.
Did we not do one last week?
I think when I looked at the YouTube video this morning, it said 13 days ago, and it'd now be 14 days ago.
But hey,
we're here. We're here. Oh, we are drafting our way through the offseason, baby. Another best ball draft over with our friends, our family at Underdog Fantasy. Free agency has settled. I mentioned it on our podcast episode that's coming out tomorrow, kind of a like sputtering end to free agency. I think we've all been waiting for the J.K. Dobbins, the Stephon Diggs, the Keenan Allens of the world to sign somewhere. And I think the reality is we're just not going to get that in the near future. It's already been a week. Still no news on any of them.
No quarterbacks either. Like Rodgers and Russ and like nothing. We are at a stalemate.
Yeah, all right. We're in a stalemate with free agency, but that also means there have been other free agents signed prior to that. So we're going to go ahead. I think this is our first draft since free agency that we've done on the channel.
I think so.
So I'm going to get your thoughts on some of the free agent values. You'll get some of my thoughts on the free agent values. We'll go ahead and dive into an Underdog big board contest here. $2 million in prizes are given away here. It's only a $10 entry. So if you want to go ahead, join us in one of these lobbies, scan that QR code on your screen. If you're watching us over on the live, you can go ahead, make a deposit. They'll match it. They'll give you a deposit bonus up to $1,000, 50% up to $1,000. They'll give you too. So go get that. Go get entered. Scan that QR code. Get signed up. You can hop in a draft with us. We're gonna go ahead and hop in one right now. We're gonna draft one right now. We will draft one right now. We'll hop in one right now. If you're one of our viewers watching us, you want to hop in here, we'll get it hopping in here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a really terrible way to get a countdown to try and get people to join. Just mix it up and not actually know when you're going to say yes, when you're going to finish.
When it's coming next.
Guess when it's coming. Look, we're ready to have some fun tonight. If you want to chat some of your favorite values in drafts right now, let us know in the comments. We're here to chat and engage with you all. Looks like we pulled the 108 here. Anybody in the lobby that we know of for sure? I don't see anybody off rip that I know. Oh, hit him with the gritty is in here. All right. Drafted with Mike tonight. All right. For those of you who aren't familiar with Hit 'em with the Gritty, this man went hardcore running back. He go elite wide receiver in the first round and then basically ignore the position for the rest of the draft. And he became notorious for this on Twitter. He went on Pete Overzet's channel even and explained his strategy as to why he was drafting the way he was. And he put like he backed it up. Like his portfolio last year totally said, I'm doing this in at least 75% of my drafts. Very controversial amidst the community, but we'll see what Mike does here tonight in the lobby. We'll get rolling here. 108. I kind of don't mind the 108 because I get any of these wide receivers here and I'm very pleased. I'll be honest. I'll be a piss boy in that range this year.
The first round feels very non-controversial. Like the past couple of years, the 111, 112 is the great debate of like, do you reach down the board and guarantee yourself one of the top 4 guys left or whatever? This year, it feels like the top 12 are really like the top 12 and there's no debate about who else should be in the top 12.
Right, because once you hit the turn, then it's the Genties, the Achans, the people in that range. And it feels like, once you get to Malik Neighbors, that's it. That's the end of a tier there for sure. Excuse me. We see Jamar Chase, Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson go off the board right away. Not a surprising start. I think we're going to see these the running backs, I think, are going to go quicker than the wide receivers this year. I think you're going to see a lot more first round running back. Oh, we do get a Malik Neighbors all the way at the 104. I don't mind that. That's an interesting one, though. Odds we get a gift 8?
Yeah, we'll get somebody.
The title of this is Hunting Values in 2025 fantasy football drafts. We might get a Jahmyr Gibbs slide here to 8.
Which
we don't. You have a preference out of CD, Puka, or Nico?
Probably CD. It really doesn't make a difference in the first round, because I was about to say, like, target competition for Puka versus CD Lamb. They're both elite guys. There's a reason why they're going in the first round.
I don't think I've drafted CD Lamb yet in the big board, so I'm going to go ahead. We'll scoop our CD Lamb share there. I'm good with that.
It'll be interesting to see where CD actually ends up, though, as we get closer and closer to the season, with Schottenheimer as the coach, and then who knows what the offensive line will be. And Dak Prescott, he should be healthy, but who knows? Where's the run game at? Like, Dallas is going to be the big question mark for CD Lamb and his value in these drafts.
I'm going to be really curious here if Mike doesn't go with Ashton Genty or Devon Achane. But what do you think he goes double running back? Hey, look, new year, new strategy. Christian McCaffrey. Okay,
I don't mind it.
Okay, Mike. Okay,
but then we're gonna get.
Now we're gonna get an Achane.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, you could get a Derrick Henry. Gonna go knees weak, arms are heavy running backs here to start the draft. Be more like knees weak, legs are heavy, I guess, if you're McCaffrey. Knees weak, Achilles heavy.
Keep pushing Achane. Thank you very
much. All right, yeah. We'll to push Achane a little bit further back towards 8. Oh, we get an AJ Brown click there. I like that. Drake London follows that up. We might get a little bit of an Achane push here.
No, we won't. We won't. I'll take Henry or Achane at this point, though.
I'll take either. I'm with you. You think what? Is this an auto?
They didn't auto right after us, did they?
No, they didn't. No, so they do go Achane. I'm good. Derrick Henry.
Yep.
You could talk me into a Brock Bowers here if you really wanted to.
No.
Not for you? Not your cup of tea?
Because I just don't think Brock Bowers, yes, Brock Bowers was the tight end 1 last year, but it wasn't a difference maker at tight end 1. Right? Like, we had 3 guys with 15 fantasy points, and it was Trey McBride and George Kittle. And you should see where they go in drafts. McBride is a full round at least later. I mean, ADP wise, McBride is at pick 27, so almost 12 picks later. Kittle's at pick 53. So unless you really
Kittle guy.
Huh?
Well, you're just more of a George Kittle guy.
What can I say? I mean, dude carried my fantasy team this year.
He did. It's true. That is very true.
But again, for paying round 2, round 3 capital on McBride and Bowers, you really have to think that they are going to separate themselves from the rest of the pack. I didn't see enough last year. You're talking about a coaching change in Vegas. Now with Chip Kelly calling the plays in Arizona, you got year 2 of Marv. Maybe McBride is the next up in value that can make the most sense. But for Bowers, it's Vegas also brings in a Ted McMillan.
Yeah, the Ted thing is scary there. I shouldn't say scary, but that's another factor to put into play. Can I make a confession?
Oh, please do.
I've definitely clicked Trey McBride on more than one occasion on the 2-3 turn.
Ooh.
I mostly wanted your response to that.
Ooh. It's not the most egregious thing in the world. Because I think there's
as we get Trey McBride on the 2-3 turn, Jamar Chase taking Trey McBride.
I have a feeling that 101 is going to be looking for Joe Burrow, so I think on the comeback we should take Joe Burrow.
Unstack Joe Burrow. Nothing.
Unstack Joe Burrow going to be on quarterback season 2. I mean,
draft all the quarterbacks on. Can we do some research on that? How did all those quarterbacks perform after they were on quarterback?
Oh, you know what?
I mean, Marcus Mariota hardly counts.
Yeah, that was
Marcus Mariota hardly counts. Patrick Mahomes.
So the first year was 2023, so we're looking at 2024 stats,
yes.
Or
is it
2022
stats?
Looking at 23 stats?
I think they filmed in 22, so you're looking at 23.
Because what was the year with Kirk? Because Kirk tore his Achilles.
A free agent yet. He was still in Minnesota.
That's true. It was the year that they lost to the Giants. That's
correct.
Right.
It was.
So that would have been 22. In 23, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, we need some research on this. The important questions we're asking on this live stream.
Kirk was the quarterback 6 in points per game before he got hurt.
Where was Mahomes?
Mahomes was the QB 12.
Okay, so it worked for Kirk Chains.
Yep.
We getting some Jared Goff magic this time around? We getting a Kirko revival tour since he's on season 2?
I feel so bad for Kirk, man.
I know. It's a terrible season to sign up for.
Absolutely shafted.
Gets benched. Oh. This is a nifty little board here.
I feel like one of the receivers here.
You receivers, really?
You go with this one. My preference would be receiver. Yeah.
This is who I was hoping. This is who I thought we were gonna get. I don't know if you could have talked me into Marvin Harrison over Kyron Williams there. I don't know if
I think like I just saw a teardrop of receivers after Marvin Terry. That the next one I would have felt okay going with would have been a Devontae Adams, which wouldn't have been a super reach, but I felt like the receiver was the way to go, especially within the board of running backs and QBs and stuff too. Like we'll get one of them later.
Yeah. I'm much more of a wide receiver 2 in the first 3 rounds. I think you can survive with a Balake. I nailed that, didn't I? And then I totally got the joke afterwards. Balake.
the intrusive thought won out on that.
Totally Balake.
But
like I think you can live with a Puka, Devon, and Kyron Williams. You get a team stack there as well. I think that's how I would prefer to start a 2 running back. Because then let's see, who do you even have on the board coming back? I mean, this is when you can't get an Xavier Worthy, a Devonta Smith, and J-Mo Zay. Like I honestly don't hate that either. If you come around, do a 2 running back start in the first 3, and you come back.
But we got to go with Jaden Daniels here, don't we?
If he makes it back to us, I think you grab the stack. Yes. Yep, I agree.
So again, back to quarterback and receiver. We had.
What are we doing, Lamar?
What are we doing,
Mike? Come on, dog.
So the strategy has changed from running backs to quarterbacks this year. Great, can't wait.
Derrick Henry, CD, Terry McLaurin. You want to keep stacking conferences? I'm gonna guess you're not a Zay or JMO guy here.
Nah, I would do like I don't like Rasheed here either, just because of suspension and injury does worry me.
Romer.
So I feel like you go Devontae.
Let's go Devontae. That's fine. That's a cruel snipe, Mike. Cruel snipe, man. Unnecessary. Lamar and Jaden.
Is that so like necessary?
It's unnecessary. Look, bully quarterback. It's a strat.
It ain't a winning strat. I'll tell you that much.
Not cool, Mike.
When Lamar Jackson scored less than 20 fantasy points in just 3 games last year, it's not needed.
I want to know the strategy behind it though. See, this is what happens when we get into these best ball worlds, and it's just like these like you would never do this in a redraft league. You would never do this in a redraft league, but in a best ball tournament, people start getting weird, and I want to hear their thoughts behind it. I'm not saying I'm going to agree with them, but like I'm much more willing to hear people out in like the best ball space when they're looking at these hyper fragile builds, right? Where it's like three running backs in the first 4 rounds, or when you start hearing like bully quarterback or bully tight end for some of these people, and they have their like actual analytical reasoning behind it. I'm much more interested to hear that. So I'm working on my first response being curiosity instead of tilting and throwing away.
Yeah, we judge and then we ask later. That's how it actually works. Don't kid yourself.
This is not a we listen and we don't judge environment. This is we judge you based on your draft picks.
Exactly. Now, like the thing is too that like we talk exposures a lot about like balancing out who, the amount of stock that you've invested in a certain player and stuff. And I think there are best ball drafters out there that would argue that exposure is not just players, it's also draft strategy, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to balance going bully QB, bully tight end, going wide receiver heavy, running back heavy across all different kinds of drafts, because you can spread out your exposure that way as well with players and not just have to focus on just, well, I'm going to have to pass up the best value right here for a guy that I need to, raise exposure on. But at the same time, I think, how do I say this? It's not the wisest strategy, in my opinion, to try to like broaden horizons, broaden exposures based on your draft strategies, because some people can't do 500 drafts every year.
Sure. Fair enough. Golly, now we're getting really slow around the turn here, huh?
We're getting real slow, but I do want a victory lap. The fact that I did call Joe Burrow going right at the 5-6 turn.
I mean, that's one of the most predictable things in the world.
I know.
Jalen
Hurts slid a bit, didn't he? That was a bit of a slide.
That's a massive slide. Yeah.
I mean, his ADP is pick 45. So at the end of the 4th.
Yeah, that's a massive slide to get him into the 5th.
Boy, I would have liked that one.
That one would have been very nice. Why can't I find? I'm trying to find Mike's Twitter. That's why I'm like mumbling.
I think he deleted his Twitter.
Oh, did he?
I was looking for it too.
Did he? Oh, this is a very easy click for me here. It's one of the it's Mixon or Hubbard.
I was hoping Tet would make it back because that would be.
I know that would have been a nice slide.
I'm big on Chuba at this point. I don't get why it's still not.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good with it. I think I still prefer Mixon.
Hey,
I'm not saying I'm thrilled with Mixon. I'm just saying I think I still prefer him to Chuba, but
when it comes to running backs and best ball, I very much look at it as an investment in offensive line play.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't take that risk with Mixon at this point, which is hilarious. So we're talking about a 5th round pick, and I'm saying like, can't risk it. Can't risk it.
Can't risk it.
Yeah, but I think it says something when I'd rather take on like Carolina's offensive line with Rico Dowdle in the mix as well, instead of Mixon.
Trying to put out a promotional tweet here that people could come watch us get tilt by hit him with the gritty 18.
Yeah, I think he deleted his Twitter. Not gonna lie.
I need to make sure I spell his Underdog. Hit him with the gritty.
Yep, with the gritty 18.
With the gritty 18.
Oh wait, no. There it is. No, hold on. It's Matt. Is it Bulldog? Bullduck? BOLDUC. MBOLDUC 88.
Say that again. We're just releasing people's Twitter names out here. We're giving them free promotion.
Underdog username, hit him with a gritty 18.
Yep.
At MBOLDUC 88. That's Mike.
What? You gotta talk slower.
Sorry. MBOL.
MBOL.
D as in Donald, U as in Unk, and C as in Carolina.
18.
88.
No, 88. Mike Bullock, 88.
Yep.
Got it. Wonderful. We're on the clock next. I'll send that tweet out afterwards. Look at these wide receivers, except for Jawan Jennings.
Oh, boy. Travion.
You want Travion here? With Derrick Henry and Chuba, I wouldn't mind one more wide receiver here.
Yeah, we should go receiver here.
I wouldn't mind one more wide receiver. Then we got a plethora of stacks we can look at, except for Terry. Can't get a Terry stack. Again, we can't get a plethora of stacks. I don't know why I thought we could still get Jalen Hurts. That was stupid of me to say.
Okay, I do want to say, the double QB, the bully QB strategy is not a one-time occurrence for our good friend Mike. Because on a draft that he did yesterday, he grabbed Lamar 14 picks ahead of ADP, He grabbed Kyler Murray 17 picks ahead of ADP.
So that's his strat. That's the strat from Mike this year. All right, good to know. Good to avoid quarterback every time I'm in a lobby with Mike. All respect. Respect.
So then, and it was hilarious because he said might be my first 0 RB team of my life. Because he drafted Dalton Kincaid, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews at tight end. His receivers are Justin Jefferson, Marv, Rashee Rice, Cortland Sutton, Pickens, Bateman, and A.D. Mitchell. So you can pretty much guess who his running backs are going to be, but he went Ray Davis, Blake Corum, Braylon Allen, Nick Chubb, Audric Estime, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Marshawn Lloyd.
Interesting.
Okay. Not sure I would follow, but hey, you know what?
Bully quarterback. You never know. This could be the year.
I'm
all for getting weird, man. I'm all for it. I'm all for getting weird.
He's very much staking his or he's planting his flag on Christian McCaffrey. He has 27 Christian McCaffrey teams.
Out of how many?
Out of 70 or 67.
27,
so 40%.
So that's holy smokes. It's a lot of capital in what's going to be a 29-year-old running back.
Yeah.
Hey, again, no job. Hey, I get it. If people want to be in on Christian McCaffrey this year, they want to call their shot there. I get it. Just wouldn't be me at 40%. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he can't get away from Estime and McLaughlin either.
Oh, look,
which is funny when they drafted McLaughlin in the draft.
Estime, I don't mind. Estime, I don't mind. Hurt to see. There's Mike. There he is. There he is.
Yes.
Oh, Mike, we're just having fun, man. It's a notorious hitting with the gritty as fellow Minnesotans. We're just having fun around here.
He's in a contract year. McLaughlin's in a contract year.
Is he? I don't know why I thought he was a free agent. I'm all for scooping up Denver running backs. I get that. If they don't take an Amari Hampton, a Judkins, one of those big five, it could be Estime. I don't hate that.
It's going to be an Ollie Gordon that they take. We're going to have to deal with the three-headed backfield.
Ollie Gordon, yes.
Can you imagine? Oh, Sean Payton comes back to spite all Minnesota people again that have invested in his backfield.
Oh, Ollie Gordon.
Can't win with it.
Tyler Warren goes here in the 7th. Man, are we getting...
Whoa. Hello.
That's rich, no? That's
very
25 pick. That's 2 rounds ahead of
That's got to be an auto pick. That's got to be an autopilot pick.
You think so?
Absolutely. There's no chance that we're taking Tyler Warren that far ahead. We're taking him 2 full rounds ahead of ADP. Interesting. Emeka over Matthew Gold. Okay, I was going to say. Interesting.
I'm good with either.
You like Hawk here.
I don't. It's a tight end avalanche afterwards.
That is true.
I'm not positive. We can get an Njoku slide.
I knew it. We just need to scroll down a little bit to find David Njoku and go.
We're gonna push Njoku as much as we can, even though Mike's watching. Mike's gonna reach down.
Don't do it.
Do it,
Mike. Please
do it.
Please, no. We want it. We need a Jaden. You already sniped us once.
Now it's a bit. Now it's a bit.
You know how people will stream raid each other? We don't stream raid. We just snipe people and that's what we do.
Hey, I like the Ramondre Stevenson pick. I really
feel like most people
really
like Ramondre where his ADP is, and it's only a matter of time until he starts to go earlier.
I know. It's until the Patriots don't draft him, until they draft Ollie Gordon.
Golly, it's the bit of the offseason already. We're still a month out from the draft. Is that Ollie Gordon's going to come in and ruin our Underdog
Gordon
shares?
Everybody wants to rip on his. There we go. Mark Andrews there. Everybody wants to rip on Ollie Gordon's. Final year in college. They only remember 2024 Ollie Gordon, not 2023 Ollie Gordon. This is an interesting spot.
I like Cooper Kupp.
Really? Another wide receiver here. We're just gonna go.
Never. No.
Okay. I'm like, okay. Interesting. To each of their own. Not me. Man, do you go another running back here? I don't know if I want.
I don't mind going Bo Nix and trying to find a little Evan Ingram later.
Yeah, we could backstack a Bo Nix. I don't hate that at all either. I kind of like that actually. And he's one where we can bail ourselves out in a lot of ways there. If we don't end up getting we're not going to end up getting a Brock Purdy, but who else do we have? If we don't end up getting like a Dak or something too, right? We can totally backstack a Bo Nix with a Marvin. Hey, you know what? Matthew Golden might be the newest Denver Bronco.
For all we know.
They
did not spend on any pass catchers outside of Evan Ingram, so
no. They did not. That is true. So far, we'll take a look at the team here. FFL is drafted from 108. CeeDee Lamb, Derrick Henry, Terry McLaurin, Devonta Smith with the first 4 picks. I think that's a really...
Sorry.
Oh, charcuterie.
Charcuterie. I'm just catching up on running back ADPs, and Bashal Tutin's going ahead of Devin Neal.
Is he really?
Going ahead of Rashad White.
Bashal Tutin's going ahead of Rashad White.
Yep.
Interesting. I don't agree.
Yeah.
You better hope Bashal Tutin lands in a phenomenal spot.
Yes, and gets capital too.
Right, the draft capital is going to be big for Tutin too. He better be a round 2 or 3 pick.
Golly, there's ain't no chance he's getting round 2 capital. I can tell you that for sure.
No, he won't be getting round 2.
Round 3?
Maybe round 3.
I mean,
depends on the team.
I'm worried this
year. I'm worried this year the big 5 are going to be day 2 picks, and then you can maybe dip into Scattaboo. You can maybe dip into Dylan Sampson. That's who I'm trying to pull. Maybe you dip into those guys round 2, round 3. But I think for the rest, it's going to be a big game of chicken in the rest of the draft.
Well, and this is usually how it...
is he go ahead? I mean, he's going ahead of Tutin right now, but like RJ Harvey's a guy who's not going to go in the first 2 rounds. I'm going to wait till round 4 to draft him. Unless if somebody really wants to get aggressive and make sure they get RJ Harvey. But then great, I'll take a Bashal Tutin. I'll take a Devin Neal. If Dylan Sampson doesn't go around 3, I'll take a Dylan Sampson.
Yeah, I like the NFL draft. The teams play chickens with themselves, not with themselves, but with the other teams, because they say we like all these running backs. Like they will have similar grades on a lot of these running backs. Talk about like a DJ Giddens. Talk about a Damian Martinez.
DJ Giddens is the other one, right? Yep.
Talk about a Trevor Etienne. You know, and again, for all the starting running back caliber players that are in this draft, teams are going to try to take other positions first because they know that they can fall back on a running back later. So it's just going to push every running back back in the draft.
Yeah. Can we go ahead and take Njoku here?
Be my guest.
Thank you. I wanted permission on that one because mostly because I don't.
Coop is still there.
Sorry, man. We should have gone Coop. No. Mostly because I'm not sure for. Oh, look at this. Hit him with. He got 2 times. Oh, he went Laporta and Andrews.
Oh, he took Kelsey. I know that Mike's also big on Kelsey. It's Mark Andrews and Kelsey are really the top tight ends.
Go Brian.
I shouldn't say top tight ends, but you know what I mean.
No, yeah. No, I follow. I mean, yeah. I don't hate the team correlation here. You got Lamar and hopefully Andrews sticks around. You got the correlation with Jaden Daniels, Brian Robinson, and Debo.
I like it. Besides,
if you're going to build out a Billy quarterback team, you better make sure that sucker's heckin' correlated.
Correct.
I
like it, Keenan Coleman, but we don't need another receiver.
We're going to miss out on a Dak stack if we don't take him here.
Yeah, we probably should take Dak here.
We'll figure out running back later.
Well, we've got 2 studs. Because Chuba Hubbard, we know, is top 10 automatic. I'm just saying.
Said nobody about Chuba Hubbard ever. Stud. You know, when I think of Chuba Hubbard, I think top 10 running back in the NFL. I think
look, I'm just saying, some of us have been on the Chuba train for a long time, and some of us got some serious flack from our inner circles about being in on Chuba Hubbard more than Jonathan Brooks. And look what happened. Maybe I just need to not get bullied around so much by my peers.
No, you were in on Chuba. What was that? Was that 2 years ago, or was that
last year?
That was just last year.
Yes,
was it really?
It was.
I mean, it made sense to me. The hype train was like some people really love Chuba, and like credit, like guys like Ray GQ, like he was like all about it, or he's like Jonathan Brooks, ACL to starting running back for how many weeks? Why wouldn't you take that? I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't know, man. I really like what Jonathan Brooks put on film, and then it just turns out that Chuba Hubbard also put out some pretty sick film last season too. So
well, you guys bullied me because I went in from the angle of like, well, he is the locker room guy, and Canales was hyping him up because he's the type of player that they like. And you're like,
holy crap! Look at this quarterback avalanche.
I think we started it with Dak Prescott going.
Yeah, we definitely leapt ahead of it by going. I mean, by going Knicks, Njoku, Prescott in 3 straight rounds.
Hey, we to get our guy, because there was no chance our guy was going to make it back to us. So
go get your guys, draft your guys. Who was our buddy last year that was always in stream saying that?
Shoot, what was his name? Get your guys.
Yeah, gotta get your guys. Man, we're terrible content creators. I don't even remember our most loyal audience members.
DeAndre Swift, man, dude's gonna get cut in the next 2 months, guaranteed.
You actually think he's gonna get cut? What's his contract situation? That's a lot of money they owe him.
Ryan Poles is not afraid to admit when he makes a mistake.
3-year, $24 million. He's a $10 million.
It's an out after this year.
It's an out after this year. They're gonna hold on to him through this year.
Yeah, but it's gonna be the Ashton Genty, Roshan Johnson show.
Probably.
DeAndre Swift will be the running back 3. Ben Johnson has no problem.
I believe I already said Mark Andrews said Ravens are staying. Or Mark.
I thought I saw that too.
Did they really? I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
I'm
get with the times
right
man.
Now. Clearly. Yeah, they picked up his $4 million option. So yeah, he will be. It seems like he'll be hanging around this year. I totally missed that 3 days ago. What was I doing 3 days ago? Why would I have missed that? But yes, it sounds like he will be staying around if they picked up his $4 million option for this year.
So are we taking Trey Harris here?
I thought you wanted someone else who's going in this range.
Is that a play? Are you? Oh, duh. Yes. Yes, we are.
I'm just saying, we literally drafted Bo Nix for this reason.
Well, I saw his name and I was like, he's on Jacksonville. We don't need Evan Ingram here. Yeah, take that off quick.
Want your mother? You better not. You better not than my mother.
When Yama.
Wait. Juana Yo Mama, Victor Wembanyama, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Whoa! Oh, brother. Solid 18 picks ahead of ADP. Solid round and a half.
Is that the Tyler Warren team too, by the way?
No, it's not. That was Nephilim.
Oh, okay.
We're looking at an unstacked JJ. Oh no!
That's so not needed.
Oh no! Is that his third tight end too? No, it's only a second behind Brock Bowers.
But you have Brock Bowers. You have Brock Bowers. Not JK. Interesting. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Look, I know
it is curious to me why JK hasn't signed yet.
Yes. That's exactly why. And the other thing is too, I know a lot of people are clamoring for a Jaguars running back room reset.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we're actually going to get it. Maybe
it doesn't make sense for them to reset it at this point.
Maybe they take a Damian Martinez. Maybe they take a Bashal Tutin. Maybe, but like, I don't know if you're Liam Cohen. What about looking at Bucky Irving and Rashad White last year doesn't make you think I can just kind of recreate this to some extent with Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne?
Good point. It's a very good point.
I'm not saying they're like the same archetypes of player, but like when I look at Bucky Irving, I think, or when I look at Tank Bigsby, I think, well, great, I can have an early down guy who can catch a few swing passes if I need him to, and have him take majority of the work, and I can have Travis Etienne be my change of pace guy. Might not be the most efficient guy in the world, but like I'm still gonna get him touches because he's good enough of a football player. You know what I mean? Like I part of me is like they have the pieces there to kind of recreate this. And I'm not saying they're going to. I just don't know if hitting the reset button on the running back room also makes any sense. I don't know if it makes more sense than that. I guess that's what
I follow.
That's where I land, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I like Tank as a click at this point, where it's like running back 38. I think he has top 30 upside.
You
return on ADP.
You remember what Tyreek's ADP was when these drafts first opened?
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like wide receiver, something stupid like wide receiver 17?
A lot later than that.
Was it really?
It was like in the 30s.
Wide receiver 30?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill. I don't believe that. I'm throwing options on the board. I kind of want to kick the.
I don't mind Tajay Spears here.
All right, let's go Tajay. I don't like the I don't like the fact that J.K. Dobbins hasn't signed yet, and I like mixing in some Tajay here,
which is interesting because I think the longer that he stays on the market, the more likely it is that he re-signs with the Chargers on another 1-year deal.
Totally, yes, right, and then it's just annoying between him and Najee Harris.
Yep.
Like at this point, I'm worried the best case scenario for J.K. Dobbins is the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
that's my worry.
Or they one bad knee to another.
Or the Steelers sign him on a dirt cheap contract because nobody else wants him, and then it's him and Jaylen Warren, and then you're figuring out who is there a 1A, is there a 1B? Are they just 50-50? Like I don't think the best case scenario for J.K. Dobbins is any better than contingent upside Tajay Spears. That's what I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that sounds stupid. Maybe the best ball bros are pissed at me for that, but I mean, he's still sliding. Nobody wants to take him. Nobody wants to take him right now.
Right. No one wants to take him.
I mean, at this point, we're a full round past ADP.
What's my exposure on? Oh, hey. Can I throw out a receiver that we should take next?
Yes. Absolutely.
Actually, maybe you can guess it. It is a rookie.
I need to look at the board. Oh no, I don't. Who hasn't gone yet? Jaden Higgins.
Yes, sir.
I'm a fan. I really want him to get second round capital.
He should.
He's my Zach Charbonnet when Zach Charbonnet came out. I was on my hands and knees praying for second round capital. But then, of course, Zach Charbonnet went to the worst second round situation possible.
I will recklessly speculate here. If the Raiders miss out on Genty in the first round, I think the Raiders should go Mason Graham instead of Tet at 6, and then take a Jaden Higgins at 37 in the second round.
Who's going to play?
That's what I think they should do.
Raheem Mostert? J.K. Dobbins?
Yeah. Oh no.
Speaking of J.K., there he goes. Goes.
You know what? They'll take either Travion or Judkins, right? The Chip Kelly Ohio State connection. That's
what I think.
That's where they'll actually go.
See, everybody wants to keep linking Genty to them, and I'm sure there's momentum for Genty in the building. If I'm looking at that roster, though, I don't got a perimeter guy. I know people are pretty upset. Like the Ted McMillan discourse right now is stupid. It's so stupid. Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
You don't have to see a 1 at the next level. And that's your evaluation. And again, all respect to Ray. Ray is phenomenal. Ray GQ is phenomenal at what he does. He's just flat outside. He's like, I just don't see a 1 at the next level. To which I'm like, that's okay. And if you don't want to take him as high as 10, 15, I get it. I personally see a guy who could play up to a Drake level potential. That's like his ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm the Raiders, I'm looking at the holes on my roster. Do I take a Ted or do I take a Genty? Or do I take a Mason Graham? Part of me is I wonder if they just go Ted. There's enough teams with wide receiver needs at that point. Holy running back avalanche. Jeez Louise.
Do we grab Dowdle as handcuffed to Chuba?
Yeah, we can do, as Pete Overs would say, some handcuffing right now if we want to.
Pete! No, but I think the best way back to this discussion for the Raiders, I see a difference maker in Mason Graham and Ashton Genty. I don't necessarily see a difference maker in Ted McMillan.
Which is fair. Which is, again, like, I get it. I think the thing that the fantasy community does so terribly with rookies in NFL drafts, we hold dissonance so poorly. Like, we hold difference of opinion so terribly. Because I get where someone can look at Tet's tape and say, yeah, but if only he had more of this. If only he was a better separator. If people really want to hold the 40 against him, again, this is where I love Ray GQ's content. He says, honestly, y'all, when I watch the film, I can never tell a difference between a 4.48, a 4.52, and a 4.55. It's all the same speed to me. So I get it when people want to hold specific things against Tet versus not. I think there's upside there for him to be a perimeter 1, but I also get it when people are like, no, you know what? It's a T. Higgins more than it is a Drake London. And I get that. Those are both like fine comps. And if you say, I think the ceiling is T. Higgins, I'm not going to disagree with you, because I think that's perfectly valid within the skill set that Ted McMillan provides. And when T. Higgins wasn't a first round pick. That's my piece on people just need to shut up and respect each other. Sponsored by Ted McMillan.
We need to be the what was the the Maple Grove student section at the Minnesota State high school basketball tournament. Sit down, shut up. It took her. Yeah. I feel comfortable enough with our receivers right now that we can.
It's a phenomenal 5.
Wait on tight end receiver.
I am going to be so overweight on Blake Corum this year. I can already feel it.
Through 10 drafts so far this offseason, Blake Corum is my running back 2 in exposure.
Yeah. I'm gonna have so much Blake Corum. Blake Corum, Tyler Algier, Ray Davis.
My top 3.
All those guys.
I'll give you my top 4 running backs.
Go for it.
Rashad White, tied with Blake Corum. So technically, Blake Corum could be my
highest
first.
Exposure.
They're both at 40%. Quinshon Judkins.
I like that.
Josh Jacobs.
I'm having an internal battle with Jacobs. I really like no. The internal battle is I like him at cost. The problem is how hard is regression going to hit? Because we were all saying everybody was saying positive touchdown regression is coming, and that hit second half of the season. Is there a world where that's just more of a neutral across the season? And I'm saying the pace, right? We saw the pace over the back half of the season go absolutely nuts. Are we going to get more of a flat exposure this year and even remove 2-3 touchdowns out of that equation?
Yeah, sure. That's certainly possible.
I'm not. I just sometimes I'm questioning how much of an upside pick Josh Jacobs is. That's what I'm trying to say. Where like last year,
right.
Last year I was like fully convinced. I'm like I don't know where the upside is unless the touchdowns come, and the touchdowns came.
But now that the value is taken out of it,
right? I mean, what? He's going running back 14? No, he's going earlier than
right
that.
Now.
Where's he going
running
right
back
now?
10.
Is he 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is going running back 10. You're right. I don't know where I got 14 from.
But last year, 4th round pick.
Right.
Closer to 20 than to 10.
Right. You were getting him mid, late 3rd last year. Round where he's going now, which maybe he gives you the same upside this year. He's just one I keep going back and forth on. Where I'm more than okay clicking him. I don't want to assume I'm hedging my bets on Josh Jacobs this year. And that's more of a gut thing than anything else.
Now the thing is that like if you do think that Josh Jacobs can be a top 10 running back this year, then by all means, right? Like there's nothing wrong with taking Jacobs. We're not saying like don't take Josh Jacobs because it's a bad value, but it's a matter of
Josh Jacobs.
Right. But understand that like you're not drafting at ceiling, but you're not maximizing value. Again, that's to kind of continue talking in a circle about the same thing, but
so part of it, and I think I'm realizing what some of this is too. Some of this is I just have a bad taste of 2022 in my mouth, right? You get 1650 and where's his touchdowns? 12 touchdowns. I mean, career high touchdowns this last year. Oh, we're on the clock. Shoot, good catch.
Tight end. Oh, Brenton Strange. Brenton Strange.
Give me some B Strange.
That's easy.
That's a great pick after David Njoku. That's a great catch. Great catch.
Thank you.
Great catch.
Wide receiver 2 on the Jaguars this year.
Great catch. Yeah, I think I just have a little bit of a bad taste, right? Or then the year after 805, 6 touchdowns. Like, is there a world where Jacobs only goes for 1,107 this year, like he did his rookie season?
I mean, there is.
What is 1,100?
That kind of potential,
right? What does 1,107 get you? Running back 13,
which won't lose you anything.
Right.
When there are people maximizing that value elsewhere.
Right. Correct. Right. And that's what I'm trying to sit and weigh with Josh Jacobs is I don't think I'm probably going to be a little bit more. I'm going to be slightly below market on him, I think, but I'm not going to actively avoid him because I'm worried he comes down to 1,107 or 8 this year.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to draft him as RB10 and expect 1,250 and 11.
Right.
So I believe in the Packers offense. Josh Jacobs is a good player on the Packers offense. I'm going to draft good players on good teams, right? We're going to keep that solid.
It's usually a good strategy.
It's a great strategy. I'm just saying I'm not 100% positive Jacobs is automatically going to return value. Okay, we need to start looking at wide receivers because Lord knows we need them. This is my preference.
Dog. I like me some Iowa State receivers.
As I continue watching the Iowa State receivers tape, dude, I'm like,
Jalen Noel should go in the second round as well.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. As much as I love me some Jane Higgins, I'm really starting to like Jalen Noel too.
Jalen really starting. Nice little player. Let me tell you, nice little player.
He's very nice little player. Very nice little player. He gets a very for the disrespect that he's getting being drafted around the likes of Xavier Restrepo.
Wait, you're talking about the Cooper Kupp meets
I was going to avoid that. Look, Mike, I'm all for picking fights with Mike because I know Mike can take a joke. Mike engages with discourse well. I don't need to pick a fight with a former NFL player. So those aren't the kind of people I want to pick fights with. Even though it's a joke. We're content creators. Just like Kurt. just not the guy I'm looking to pick a fight with, Ty. If you want
to jokingly said Randy Moss meets Jerry Rice when talking about Trey Harris, and then someone literally said Lavin Conkey Cooper Kupp is Xavier Restrepo. We are in the thick of the offseason. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, in the thick of it. At least we were very joking about the Trey Harris. That was Cameron.
We made sure to that joke
we
landed.
put about 5 disclaimers after that. We are not serious.
We need to do like the McAfee kind of like warning at the beginning of that episode or any episode that we talk about Trey Harris. Like, please recognize
we're gonna make a joke. It's not for real.
Discourse of Trey Harris in this episode should not be taken literally or seriously. I see Jonathan Mingo and DK Metcalf, honestly.
It's not because they all went to Ole Miss. It's not.
Oh, no, of course not. That's not it at all.
You see the way they catch the football? They're just great receivers. Just happen to go to Ole Miss.
So I also want to say this. I think Jack Bech would be a great fit with New England. I think Isaac TeSlaa can be a great fit with New England.
Who? I haven't even gotten that deep in my film.
Arkansas receiver. Afton Chisholm from Eastern Washington also would be a great fit in New England. Who else am I missing? There's somebody else. All the things that they have in common. Not much.
Not much.
They don't really play the slot like a Julian Edelman or a Danny Amendola or a Chris Hogan, and they don't have his speed, that's for sure. But
do we want another quarterback? Or are we good with Bo Nix and Dak Prescott?
I feel like we should look at a quarterback. Or
it's like Shedeur, Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson. That's what we got.
I feel like you go Shedeur because I feel like he plays year one.
Okay, we'll go Shedeur.
Discourse right now to me says that he is going to be starting year one, even though I would not. I would say sit him, let him develop.
Yeah.
But I do not want Coach Prime coming after me. So yeah, Shedeur is starting year one.
I really liked Jatavion Sanders there.
You know what? I think it was Josh Norris that talked about Carolina, what they could do at 8. Maybe it was Hayden. But he's like, everyone kind of pigeonholes Carolina to go edge rusher. And it's like Dave Canales has come out and said that like they want to find more explosive plays on offense. And I was like, it doesn't make sense to go Tet because he used a first rounder on Leggett last year, and capital resource wise, it does not make sense to go back-to-back first round picks, going to the same position. But what about like a Tyler Warren?
Like right for our team? Sorry, I was
no for Carolina.
Oh yeah. I don't hate it. I'm open to exploring the thought.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like it would not surprise. No, Mike, no. No. We got the estimate picking though.
Yeah, we got there it is. Mike, we all made up for it in 100 estimate. There it is. We got it back. Next pick, wide receiver.
Golly.
You don't reach on Devon Bailey, do you? Only reason why I like these two, Darius Slayton got paid. We're gonna follow the money.
I don't mind De'Ami Brown though.
Okay, I don't. Okay, I like that because I don't either. I kind of like me some De'Ami Brown.
Like it's a flyer.
Yeah, but I'm a fan.
They paid the man. They paid him.
They did. I mean, 1 year deal, but like they made sure they got him. So we got 2 picks. I think we go. Sorry, I'll let you continue your thought. One wide receiver, 1 tight end to close it out. I think that's the way we go. But anyways,
it seems like Gabe Davis is completely out of the picture in Jacksonville.
I don't think Liam Cohen wants Gabe Davis.
It was.
I don't think Doug Peterson wanted Gabe Davis by the end of.
Yeah,
at the end of his tenure.
Sauce, to say the least.
Literally,
they have it out after this year, so he can be a wide receiver 4 rotation guy.
Yep.
That's 14 on the dead cap though. In the out. Ugh.
for Gabe Davis. Yeah, that contract is ugly. That contract is really bad.
Wow. So yeah, De'Ami Brown could be wide receiver 2 ahead of Parker Washington.
Yeah.
Ahead of Gabe Davis, ahead of who else do they even have on their team at receiver?
They signed somebody else, I think.
Josh Cephas, no. Austin Trammell, no. David White, no.
Josh Cephas.
Cephus, Cephas.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was a different Josh that they had.
Nice little player. Is that what you're saying?
Josh Reynolds. Do they not have a Josh Reynolds?
No. Our lads doesn't have Josh Reynolds on Jacksonville. I don't even know if he's signed to a team.
Maybe Josh he's Reynolds. Not. Josh Reynolds was a Jaguar last year.
All
right. Man, look at us. This is how you know we're knee deep into a best ball draft. We're looking up Josh Reynolds contracts. Yeah, he signed a 2-year, $9 million.
It was
contract. Voided. They voided it. They took us out. Yeah, he isn't signed to a team.
So
he was $0 dead cap this year.
Is that what you're saying?
What was that?
It said 18th round. Scroll the F down for Josh Reynolds. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Goodness.
In the 19th is something.
Hey, you know what? Only back in Vegas right now.
That's what I meant. I meant that in a positive way of just like, I know that he wasn't going high before signing with Vegas, but now it's like that should bump him up ahead of some of these rookies. Big Mason Taylor guy.
I'm just throwing dudes into the queue.
Who's the we took Shador. Giants. Should be looking Giants probably.
Okay. So do you want Darius Slayton or Theo Johnson? Who do you want to prioritize?
Oh gosh. I'll let you choose. I'm
gonna go Slayton because I can live without. I'm not as sold on any of those other wide receivers I threw into the queue as Theo Johnson goes. I could live with Elijah Arroyo or Mason Taylor for an upside tight end to go after a David Njoku and Brenton Strange. I mean, it's a flyer. That's what we're taking.
Big Mason Taylor guy here. Just gonna say, big Mason Taylor guy.
Yeah. So if he comes back around, we can definitely take a Mason Taylor. I'm good with that.
You know what I'm gonna do tonight?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do a little 3-round mock draft.
Oh, big news!
Not live. Sorry.
I was gonna say you want to hang around? You want to give the people something to watch?
I mean, I will if you will.
No, I got a wife I need to go hang out with.
Oh, what?
She's home tonight. She.
You don't want to hang out.
She didn't remember that I was live drafting tonight, and so she was disappointed when I had to come back in and record. So she was waiting for me out there.
Yeah,
and I told her I would spend time with her after this because I love her.
You guys can watch the John Cena heel promo together.
No, we're going to be watching the Meghan Markle show on Netflix. It's whatever she wants to watch.
I heard Monday Night Raw replay from this past Monday.
Hey, trust me. Actually, what I would be watching right now, what I would be watching right now is rewatching Daredevil.
Oh, the new episode dropped in college basketball.
I know, but I never finished it before they took it off of Netflix. So I'm going back and I'm rewatching everything.
Yeah, that's a good call. Oh, you took Taylor.
Yeah.
My guy.
I'm good with that. Man. I said either him or Arroyo. I was good with that.
How do your tight ends kind of rank before diving too deep into them? But like, how would you rank them outside of the top two? Because everyone knows it's Warren and Loveland.
Yeah, Harold Fannin.
God dang it.
No, I think I don't know if I have a strong lean between Mason Taylor or Arroyo.
They're two different players.
They are. And that's my problem with trying to evaluate them and rank them.
Yeah.
I like them both. I like them both for very different reasons, and I think they can provide. I think they can both provide value in prospective schemes if the scheme lines up and they fit. But I also don't think a team's going to take them if they're not a fit, right?
Well, because you remember when Daniel Jeremiah said that teams will have Loveland as the top tight end on their board.
Yeah.
It's because Loveland is that kind of big slot tight end that Elijah Arroyo is. Yes. But if you're more inline, you're going to like Tyler Warren. You're going to like Mason Taylor. No, that's why I don't think Harold Fannin is really going to go that high in the draft either, because he's such a tweener.
Yes.
Yeah, like you're going to find a Terrence Ferguson that's going to go in front of him, and people are going to be like, "What?" And it's like, ball knowers know, man. The ball knowers would have seen that coming.
Yeah. Yeah, excuse me. I'm having difficulty ranking them. They're 3 and 4. I flip each day which one I like more. So
yeah,
that should tell you something. But then I do have Harold Fannin 5th behind both of them. So, but yeah, my top 4. I think I still have Mason Taylor ahead of Loveland, and I'm more of an inline guy.
Mason Taylor ahead of Loveland.
Me, Mason, not Mason. Tyler Warren. Sorry, Tyler Warren.
I was going to say, whoa.
No. Tyler Warren. Sorry. No, I'm like, what's so weird about that? I feel like all I've seen is Tyler Warren going ahead, and I said Mason Taylor. No, I still have Tyler Warren ahead of Colson Loveland. Correct. I'm more of an inline guy. That's just how I've always preferred tight ends when I evaluate them.
I mean, can you name one kind of power slot tight end that's found success? Like, I don't want to say relative success, but has made a living in that kind of role.
Right. It takes a special athlete to do that. And like,
I mean, Evan Ingram last year, but
right. Yeah. Are we just waiting on? Oh, they didn't even. I'm like, what are we waiting on here? Why is the board not
refresh the page?
Refresh the page. There we go. We'll do a quick team recap. Then we'll get you all out of here. Big board. We'll view the full draft here. We'll maybe do a recap of some other picks as well as we saw them fall. So pick 8 started with CeeDee Lamb, Derrick Henry, Terry McLaurin, Devonta Smith. Very solid first 4-round start. Mostly because I love the upside you can get with Terry McLaurin as wide receiver 15. Again, he could easily post wide receiver 10 numbers again this year, in my opinion. And then Devonta Smith to really just like, that's like a very solid first 3 wide receivers. Then went Chuba Hubbard, Juwan Jennings, Matthew Golden, Bo Nix then in the 8th. Ty said, I don't mind a Bo Nix click so we can stack him with Evan Ingram later. I'll let you know how that went shortly. Tyler's like,
already.
My request then was a David Njoku click because I am in love with David Njoku, and I think he is like one of the most mispriced players at tight end 10 this year. That's silly. That is silly. He's going after Jonnu Smith. That is silly. That is silly. That is silly business. We're living in the past. I get it. Hey, Jonnu Smith. Look, I don't mind. I think he'll probably end up being a top tight end ranked for me this year. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna have David Njoku well ahead of him, though. I'm gonna have David Njoku closer to 5 than I am to 10. I'll tell you that. Dak Prescott then to lock up our CeeDee Lamb stack. Also, I just love the value on Dak at quarterback 16. That's a guy. All he's done is put up top 12 quarterback seasons when he's been fully healthy. That's a no-brainer to me. Ended up getting sniped 1 pick on Evan Ingram. Pain. Then went 4 straight running backs. Tank Bigsby, Tyjae Spears, Rico Dowdle, Blake Corum. Look, contingent upside. You can tell how he chose to attack the running back position afterwards. Brenton Strange, a tight end, Jalen Noel, Shedeur Sanders, threw some darts, sent Amy Brown, Darius Slayton, Mason Taylor. Overall, can we get a grade? I see Mike's been chiming in over on Twitter, so I mean, some of you all over on Twitter can post comments in some regard. Go ahead, give us your grades over on Twitter.
I would give this.
If you're over on YouTube as well, Facebook, wherever you're watching, feel free to chime with your grades.
Yeah.
We'll go A to F, just so there's no confusion. No No 1 through 10. No stars. No 5 stars or anything.
Yeah, we're not Dave Portnoy rating pizza here. Okay, we keep it simple.
It's like you're in school, kids. I'm like, I think I'm somewhere between a B and a B minus.
Yes.
Not my favorite team I've ever drafted, but
it does the job.
It does the right. It does the job. Enough rookie upside mixed in.
Yep.
Enough rookie upside mixed in. But no rookies on like the high end that I think could absolutely explode this year. Maybe a Matthew Golden if he gets the right capital, the right landing spot. But,
whoa.
Okay, what's your whoa about?
As reported by Chad Graff, who is a Patriots writer for The Athletic, Stephon Diggs, is currently in Foxborough on a free agent visit with the Patriots.
Dude, they're on plan. They're on plan freaking V to get Drake May some help, man.
V? I think they're on plan Y.
Honestly. Choose any letter that's after W. Or actually, I'd be after U. T-U-V. No, learn your alphabet, Lucas. Good golly.
I find Diggs is getting ready to go back to stick it to Buffalo one time.
Hey, you know what? You never know. Dog mentality, bully a young quarterback into feeding you the football. I know I'm coming off of an ACL, but hey.
Give me the ball.
Who else are you going to throw to? Kayshon Boutte?
Hold on.
Did he did get a Diggs and Ramondre in there.
Do we
bring your popcorn. I make people in wheelchairs stand up.
Who are we kidding?
Oh, my boy Javon Baker. Oh, tired is Kayshon Boutte is the best wide receiver in New England. Wired is Javon Baker is the best wide receiver in New England. Who are we kidding?
And grounded as Mac Hollins is the best receiver because
forget about Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins, newest New England Patriot. So yeah, Mike already sniffing it out. Dig signs there. You get the correlation there with Ramondre.
Mike, I need your sources.
Did that just come out? Did that tweet just come out?
That was
this afternoon.
When?
And then Mike was sniffing that out a while ago.
Schefter retweeted it. 15 minutes ago.
Oh.
Hour ago from Mr. Graff.
Okay. Sure. So there you go. I was not fully prepared on that information prior to coming into the draft. Which is okay.
But hey, I can't wait for what this wide receiver room can turn into under a Stephon Diggs leadership with a guy like Kayshon Boutte and a Javon Baker and a Jalen
quality dudes in that room. Bunch of dogs in that room, man. Bunch of dogs. When we come out with our draft guide later this year, they get the dog meter in there, man. Bunch of dogs. 10 out of 10 on the dog meter. Yeah, I read it right before the draft came on. So Mike saw it. And he said, "Hey, if it's
on top of it,
that's why you stay on top of your news, boys and girls. That's how you take advantage of it in best ball.
And that's why you eat gritty." Sorry.
If you don't follow us, if you're watching over on X, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching something, you're not subscribed yet, not following us, make sure to do that. Hit that notification bell as well so you know when all of our newest posts go up. If you're over on X and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page yet, you can go back. We did a promo post on our page to check it out on our YouTube earlier. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page as well. We're doing a lot of YouTube content throughout the offseason as well. Not just best ball drafts, but we're doing all sorts of dynasty content. We'll do all sorts of redraft content, and we'll get knee deep into best ball mania when that drops as well this summer. So make sure you're hanging out. Make sure you know when all of our newest posts go out. Anything you want to add before we sign off your tag? You can follow our personals as well, right on the screen. We're tagged in the post that you're probably watching. Make sure you hit us with a follow as well.
I feel like we are at a relative we're at a good time to say, hey, the NFL draft is right around the corner.
Oh, this is a great time for that. Heck yeah.
We are not only going to be posting more NFL draft stuff like running back, wide receiver rankings and how that pertains to fantasy football, but like actual NFL draft stuff over the next month or so. So definitely follow, subscribe wherever. But also draft night, night one, I should say. Come hang out with us. Obviously, we are not going to be the only people that are going to be live streaming and reacting to the draft. But hey, it is my favorite event of the year with the fellas because it's
Go ahead.
I was going to say, now that our buddy old Cameron is back now, where
that loser.
We are now in person for again.
So it's the first time we ever did it.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot about that. Yeah, last 2 years we've had to do it virtually with him. We'll be getting some upgrades this year as well for production. That'll be fun. I won't spoil that too much, but no, we're gonna make it a big thing. We've had some pretty good memories from those shows. We've had some pretty big moments.
Thanks, Quasey.
Quasey. Why can't I think of all I could think was Bonnie Ossenfort, and that's
Michael Penix.
Yeah, but who's the GM? Fontenot.
Yeah, Terry Fontaine. Not Terry Fontaine.
Fontenot.
Terry F. Terry.
Reverse. Gosh,
that's gonna annoy me. Falcons GM.
It's Terry Fontenot.
Terry
Fontenot.
Fontenot.
Pronounce it one more time.
Fontenot.
That's how you know we need to sign off. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. We will see you all over on the YouTube. That's where we'll be posting. We got a video coming up tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out, y'all. We'll see you all soon. Deuces.